It can scare you fast when one tired morning makes your mind feel slow, foggy, and suddenly unfamiliar to you. You forget a simple word. Then your heart drops. You do not just notice the mistake, you feel the fear behind it. You may tell yourself it was nothing, but the worry does not leave. It stays with you for hours. One rough night can change the whole next day. You misplace something small and your mind jumps to something much bigger. You walk into a room and stop. For a second, you do not remember why you came in. You stand there quietly. You look around. You hope the reason will come back before anyone notices your face. Sometimes it is a name you know well. Sometimes it is the word sitting right there, almost in reach. You can feel it in your mouth. You know it, but it will not come when you need it. That moment can feel much larger than it looks. It is not just forgetfulness. It feels personal. It can make you question yourself in a way that hurts. You may wonder if your mind is changing. You may replay the moment later in the day. You may hear it again while washing dishes or folding laundry. You may ask yourself, why did that happen? Why did that feel worse than it used to? Sometimes the fear gets louder after a bad night. You wake up tired and everything feels a little harder. Your thoughts may feel sticky. Your focus may drift. Even small tasks can seem strangely difficult to hold on to. You open the cabinet and stare for a second. Were you looking for a glass, a plate, or your vitamins? You check the pill organizer twice. Not because you were careless, but because you do not fully trust your tired mind. You walk through the grocery aisle with a short list, then one item disappears from your memory without warning. You stop the cart and look at the shelf. The thing you needed feels close but not close enough. You may laugh it off in front of someone else, but inside, it does not feel funny. You may smile and keep going, then later, alone, the fear returns stronger than the mistake itself. That is why this hurts so much. It is not only about memory, it is about what memory makes you fear. Stay with me for a moment. Take one slow breath and let your shoulders drop just a little. You do not have to solve everything right now. Just notice which kind of memory slip scares you the most. Maybe it is losing a word in the middle of the sentence. Maybe it is forgetting why you picked up the phone. Maybe it is waking up confused and not feeling like yourself right away. That can shake your confidence deeply. Bad sleep can do more than make you tired. It can make your mind feel less steady and less reliable. When you do not sleep well, your brain has less chance to reset. Everything the next day can feel heavier. Your focus gets weaker, your patience gets thinner. Your thinking can feel slower even when nothing serious is wrong. A tired brain has to work harder to do simple things. That includes finding words, remembering plans, and staying organized. So when you lose a thought after poor sleep, the mistake can feel sharper. You notice it more. And fear makes it even louder. Once you are worried, you start watching yourself very closely. You may test your memory all day long. What was that name? Where did I put that? Did I take that pill? That kind of pressure does not help memory. It can make your mind tighter, more nervous, and less clear. Then one small slip feels like proof of something terrible, even when it may only be exhaustion speaking. Sleep and memory are closely tied in everyday life. You already know this in your body, even if no one explained it. After a good night, you may still forget little things, but they do not hit you with the same force. After a poor night, even tiny slips can feel frightening. You notice every pause, every blank moment, every hesitation. If you are also stressed, grieving, lonely, or in pain, the effect can feel even stronger. If your routine is changed, that can add to it too. Your mind often does better with familiar patterns. Some medications can also leave you feeling foggy or slow. That does not mean the worst is happening. An anxious mind can make memory feel much worse than it is. Fear shines a bright light on every small mistake. And once that fear begins, it can follow you quietly, not loudly, just enough to wear you down. You may start hiding the slips. You may cover them with jokes or change the subject quickly. You may not want to tell family how scared you feel. You may not want to sound dramatic. The fear can still sit inside you. It can follow you into the kitchen, the car, the grocery store. You may repeat a story and notice someone's face change. That moment can stay with you all evening. You may forget an appointment and feel ashamed, even if you had been carrying too much in your mind. You may wake up at night and test yourself silently. What did I do yesterday? What month is it? You may promise yourself not to worry. Then one blank moment happens and the promise breaks again. That private fear can become exhausting, not only because of the memory slip, but because of what it seems to mean. If that sounds familiar, pause here for a second. Notice when this fear gets strongest for you. Is it in the morning after bad sleep? Is it when someone is waiting for you to answer quickly? Is it when you are already stressed? Is it when the house is too quiet and your thoughts get louder? These details matter. They can help you see the pattern more clearly and fear it a little less. Because one memory slip does not tell the whole story, and one sleepless night does not define your future. Your mind is not a machine that works perfectly every day. It responds to rest, pressure, routine, and emotion. That means a rough day does not always mean a serious change. Sometimes it means you are worn down. Sometimes your brain is asking for steadiness, not punishment. It needs care more than fear. You do not have to pretend the worry is silly. It is real, but it is not always telling the truth. Hope does not have to come in a big dramatic way. It can come quietly, one calmer thought at a time. It can begin when you stop treating every small slip like a final answer about your future. One gentle step is to name the fear honestly. You can say, I am scared because this feels different today. That simple truth can help more than pushing the fear away. What you name clearly often feels less powerful. Another helpful step is to watch for patterns instead of judge in one moment. One bad day is only one day. You might notice the slips are worse after poor sleep, stress, rushing, pain, or too much noise. That matters. Patterns give you information. Panic only gives you more panic. You may want to keep a small notebook nearby. Nothing fancy, just a quiet place to notice what happened. Write down the day, the sleep you got, and how your mind felt. Keep it simple and honest. Over time, that can show you something important. Maybe your worst memory days follow your worst sleep nights. Maybe the fog is stronger when you skip meals. Maybe it grows when you feel anxious or overwhelmed. Seeing that on paper can bring relief. It reminds you that your mind has conditions, not just failures. Another kind step is to protect your sleep as much as you can. Not perfectly, just a little more gently. Try to give your evenings a softer landing, less rushing, less upsetting news late at night if possible. Dim the lights earlier. Keep the room comfortable. Let your body know the day is slowing down. If your mind spins at bedtime, place a notepad nearby. Write down tomorrow's tasks so you do not carry them into sleep. If you wake in the night, be gentle with yourself. A hard, angry inner voice will not help you rest. You can say, this is a tired moment, not a final truth. That sentence can steady you. Another helpful step is to reduce the pressure on your memory during the day. Support is not failure. A written list is not weakness. A calendar on the wall is not a sign that you are broken. Phone reminders, labels, pillboxes, sticky notes, and routines can protect your peace and your confidence. When the same items stay in the same places, your mind has less work to do. When appointments are written clearly, you do not have to hold everything in your head at once. That matters more than pride. Your energy is precious. Save it for living, not constant self-testing. It also helps to slow the moment down when your mind blanks. Rushing usually makes the blank worse. If a word will not come, pause. Breathe once. Let the pressure ease before you force it. Very often the word returns when fear steps back. Not always right away, but more often than you think. Staying mentally engaged in gentle ways can help too. Not to prove yourself, just to stay connected. A short conversation, A crossword, reading a page slowly, saying a recipe out loud, or sorting old photos can help. These small acts keep your mind active without turning your day into a test you must pass. Connection matters too. Isolation can make memory fear echo much louder inside your own thoughts. Talking with someone you trust can ease that weight, even saying, "I have been more forgetful when I'm tired." You may find that speaking the fear out loud softens it. Silence often makes it feel larger. And if the changes feel new, stronger, or more frequent over time, it is wise to talk to a doctor. That is not giving in to fear. That is caring for yourself in a calm, responsible way. You deserve clear support if something feels unusual. You do not have to carry uncertainty alone. But please remember this too. A tired mind can feel much worse than it truly is. Poor sleep can make ordinary forgetfulness feel sharp, scary, and deeply personal. That does not mean you are falling apart. It means your brain may be asking for rest, steadiness, and less fear around every small mistake. You are not foolish for being scared. You are not weak for noticing these changes in yourself. You are not broken because a missing word can ruin your morning. That reaction comes from love and fear. You care about your mind. Of course, these moments matter to you. Of course, they touch a deep nerve. But you are still you on the foggy days. You are still you when a name takes longer. You are still you when sleep was poor and your thoughts feel slow. One hard morning does not erase you. There is dignity in paying attention. There is also dignity in giving yourself grace. Tonight, if sleep feels hard again, try not to turn bedtime into a courtroom. You do not need to put yourself on trial. Tomorrow, if your mind feels foggy, start slower. Drink water. Sit for a moment. Let the day begin softly. Notice the difference between a tired mind and a lost self. Those are not the same thing. And if fear rises again, come back to the simple truth. One slip is not your whole story. One bad night is not a prediction. One slow morning is not a verdict on your future. You're allowed to be scared sometimes. You're also allowed to feel comforted, supported, and less alone. If this spoke to something private in you, you can stay connected here. You do not have to explain much. If you want, leave a simple comment like, "This is me," or "I notice it after bad sleep." And if you would like more gentle videos like this, you can like and subscribe in your own time.